Now, the pop bands, the Blowmonkeys and the Christians rose to fame in the 1980s, and over the past 4 decades, they've given music fans more than 20 albums and a number of hit singles, such as Digging Your Scene and Born Again.
Now, the two bands have shared a stage many times, but they are now embarking on their first official joint tour together, celebrating their careers.
Well, we are joined now by Robert Howard and Garry Christian. Morning, lads.
Morning.
You haven't changed a bit.
Well, thank you. Neither have you.
What's that like, watching that back now, Garry?
It was horrible, actually. Looking at it, it was like, wait, who was that guy? Like, it's just... And yet, nice memories come flooding back, you know, of the times of the 80s, and it was a wonderful time, wasn't it, Rob?
I can't remember.
No, if you can remember.
Remember you weren't there, yeah.
I just think that whoever invented the internet has haunted me. All those videos that we made back in the day, and now they're still there. And I thought I'd never see them again, but...
Is it haunting, though, or is it a saviour in a way? We had Rick Astley in here yesterday.
Yeah.
I know it's different kind of music Rick does, but he was talking about how the internet, social media has given his songs a platform and a longevity that they might not have had without it.
I think streaming, Spotify and things like that made it a level playing field for bands like us, for musicians like us, so you can sort of survive. But you're going to survive on streaming, are you?
No, but it depends how interested you are in the longevity of everything. I'm more interested in my tomatoes in the garden, you know. Really.
But still, you're happy to leave the tomatoes.
As well.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you brought any tomatoes?
I haven't, but I should have said I would have brought some.
Okay.
Still want to make music and play music, though?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's what we love doing the most, as we were chatting before, going on stage. And the people that come to see us now, it's like they've grown up with us, and they bring their kids. And their kids love us, and their grandkids, in fact.
I mean, you know, it just in the world, the way the world is right now, it feels like a good thing to be doing, to go out and make music, you know. And the world that's run by these psychopathic narcissists, it's good to go and make some music and spread something that's a bit of love and a bit of peace, you know.
Yeah.
And it's interesting you mentioned streaming. I wonder whether maybe because of streaming, the kids of your fans and the grandkids of your fans actually all know the music now.
That's true, yeah.
It crosses through the generations much more easily.
My kids don't know my music. They've got their own thing, but that's fine.
That's
the way it should be.
Yeah. My daughter's watching now, and she's never heard anything that we've done.
Really?
Yeah.
That can't be true.
It's terrible. I said, don't you ever listen to my music?
You don't go around playing your own music in your house.
No.
Well, I mean,
I think some people might.
You must listen. Come on. If it comes on the radio, she would have no idea. They would have no...
I'd say that's me, that Pip, you know. And she'd go, oh, and move on to something else, you know.
Occasionally, in the supermarket or something, that's when you get some cash in, you know.
OK.
I guess it keeps the ego in check.
No.
Ego? Oh, no, we don't have egos, do we?
No, they've gone.
They've gone,
years
you
ago.
know,
Years ago.
You came across one another. You worked together a lot
we've done a few.
during the 80s, but this is the first time you're actually doing it formally together, a proper union on tour.
Yeah, we've done a few shows on the same show, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, well, we're like old buddies now. We talk about things that are not, you know, we talk about real things in life.
We both came out in the 80s during that time of the Thatcher government and the kind of the political thing that was going on, and we were both involved in that, I think, and we were both influenced by soul music. And we've got beyond that thing about ego, so it feels like a natural thing for us both to go out and play together. So,
at the time, what sort of influences were they on you? How did it change your music?
What?
You know, you say coming through in that time, what were the musical influences?
Well, personally, music politicised me. It was listening to people like Curtis Mayfield and stuff like that, and punk as well, of my generation, that politicised me, and I was living in Brixton at the time in the 80s, so it was a very political atmosphere, and it fed into what we were doing musically, you know, so that's how I got into it.
And I guess that's something you had in common.
Yeah, well, I'm slightly older than Robert, so quite a few years, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was listening to, you know, early Motown, early Stax music, and the Beatles in particular, coming from Liverpool. So, you know, my musical upbringing was different, so I hated all 80s music, even our own.
You hated it?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, God, we could say. So how does that music, your sort of back catalogue and your current stuff, how does it complement one another's when you're on stage together now as a double bill?
Well, the good thing is that it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's different, but you can. There are kind of, you know, it does mesh somewhere.
I mean, we're not. I don't see us as an 80s band. I mean, we've got to back together 15 years ago, and we've made 8 new albums since then.
Yeah.
So we're putting out new stuff all along. That's what keeps it fresh for me. So it's not a nostalgia act. I don't think either of us see us as that. It's just a continuation.
And Gary, am I right in thinking your drummer actually fell ill on stage quite recently?
God,
Lionel?
Yeah. That
Had
was
a heart
terrible-
attack?
Yeah, he had cardiac arrest,
Wow.
in fact. So he was kind of dead, you know. But I looked round, you know, because the intro of this song was slightly different, and I turned around, and Lionel's, like, hunched over his drums. I thought, what's he doing fixing his pedal at this time?
Wow.
You know, in the middle of a song. I thought, he's not moving. I dashed over, got down, looked under. His eyes were just fixed, you know. And I just kind of screamed, medic! And if we hadn't have been there on that particular place where medics and doctors and everything were there anyway on spec, he wouldn't be here today.
How is he?
He's fine. He's already done 2 gigs with us, so he's back on the road, you know.
back.
Yeah.
Giving the beat.
Given the beat, yeah, he's great. And it's fantastic. And Sting was absolutely so gracious about the whole thing.
You were supporting Sting at the time?
We were supporting Sting on the waterfront in Liverpool. It was a massive gig for us, you know, so... yeah, and he sang Fragile at the end of his set, and I thought, that was like... I shed a tear, you know. It was, but at that time, we knew anyway that Lionel was in hospital. His heart was ticking and everything was OK. And he's back on the road, so...
Well, that's good to hear.
It's all
and
good.
you're all back on the road as well.
We're all back on the road, yeah.
Great to see
God
you.
willing.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much indeed for coming in. And the Christians, the Blow Monkeys, the tour starts in Gateshead on the 11th of October.